Hey, my name is Steve Martilli, and in this video, what I want to do is I want to show you how to build a targeted list of your dream clients in LinkedIn, okay, with a free account. So there's 3 steps to making that happen, okay? So the first step is to search and connect with your dream clients, okay? So these could be dentists, realtors, directors, people seeking weight loss, parents, if you're a parent coach. And what you want to do is with a free account, you have access to send 5,000 invitations for people to become a first connection with you, okay? Everyone has access to this 5,000 invitations, okay? Now, what you can do is you send the first 5,000 out to your targeted list of first connections, and then what happens is typically what I've found is about out of every 5,000 you send out, 30% will connect back, which means you have about 1,500 targeted connections. Well, if we start with 1,500 targeted connections, and the reason behind this is that when you have 1,500 first targeted connections in your network, now you can send them a personal message to help them, because you're allowed to do that with a free account. And I have an email that you can send to them that will actually get them to speak with you on the phone and book an appointment with you. What I've found is typically, depending on the niche, that out of the 1,500 that you connect with, about 0.5% will book an appointment with you, which works out to about 7 appointments, okay? But that's just with 1,500 targeted connections. With a free account in LinkedIn, you can have a maximum of up to 30,000 connections, okay? So there's really a lot of potential with this when you do it right. So how do you search and connect with your dream clients? Well, I'll show you. So the first, let's just say that we're going to do a search in LinkedIn. You click people under the search, and then you want to type in what they do. If they're a director, if they're a vice president, if they're a CEO, if they're a realtor, if they're a dentist, chiropractor, whatever they are, okay? That's the first way to search for a specific group of people. The second way, and then basically you go through and you start connecting with them, right? You go in, you connect, that sort of thing, right? You have 5,000 of those connections that you can make. Now, the second way to actually connect with your dream clients is based on their interest group. So for example, if you wanted to target general executives, there is a group on LinkedIn. Okay, so what I did is I went and searched groups this time. And when I typed in groups, I typed in executive, and this group came up called the Executive Suite. With this group, there's over 300,000 members. What you can do is you can click on the member section, and it will list out all the people that are members of this group. Well, the brilliant part is now, because anyone who's interested in the Executive Suite may be a potential dream client for you. And you can go through and connect with any one of these people that are not a first connection right now. So I'll show you an example. I clicked on one woman's name named Amanda, and she's a second connection, as you can see here, right? She's a second connection. So I can't message her right now. But all I need to do is click on this button here, boom. If she accepts, then she becomes a first connection. Now I can send her a personal invitation to see if I can help her. Brilliant, right? Now, let's say you don't work with executives. Let's say you're a parenting coach. Well, there's a group on LinkedIn called the Center for Parenting Education. Well, who's part of that group? Well, parents, right? So what you can do is you can do the exact same thing. You click on the members, you can go through and start adding them as first connections. Okay, so those are the 2 ways to actually add connections. Now, a couple caveats while you're doing this. Both ways will work. You can do this for weight loss. Any interest group that is on LinkedIn that has a group of people based around a specific interest will help you build these targeted first connections, which are your dream clients. Okay, now, a couple caveats. Number 1, when you're doing your search, what you'll find is there is a limit on your commercial search limit, okay, with a free account. So what will happen is you're going through and searching for people and adding them because they're in your target market, and you might want to add 300 or 400 a day. It takes a little bit of time, maybe an hour or 2 a day. But remember, you're building a resource that you can send messages to as long as you have a free account and have access to that free account. But what will happen is you're adding people. You're going to reach the commercial search limit, which resets at the beginning of every month. If you reach that limit, what you can do is you can start a free trial. Okay, so let me just show you how that works. So let's say that we are looking for, what you want to do is you go to try premium for free. Okay, so you click on that. Then what you do is you pick, there's 4 options to upgrade your account. You're going to pick option 2, grow and nurture your network. Once you've got that selected, right here you can see it provides you with unlimited profile search, which is what you want, so that you can dig deeper into your market and find out where they are and start adding them as first connections. Now, the great thing is if you haven't used the trial feature on LinkedIn yet, then you can actually do this for free for the next month and add as many people as you want. Brilliant, right? So that's one of the caveats. Just in case you get stuck, you can do the free trial. It's free. You can search as many people as you want. Here's the second caveat. With your account, with your free account, there is only 5,000 connections that you can add with a free account. However, I actually got this email directly from LinkedIn, their service team, and this is what they said when I asked them if I could add more connections than the 5,000 limit that they've already provided me. They said to me that our internal policy allows you to request a review of your invitation limits every 30 days if your invitation balance falls below 100. And I thought that was brilliant. So this is directly from LinkedIn. And what they've told me is that if you actually get to below 100 on your invitations, you've used up more than 4,950 of your invitations have been used with your free account, you can go back to LinkedIn and request another 5,000. How do you do that? Here's the link right here. So to contact LinkedIn, you go to linkedin.com/help/LinkedIn/ask. That will actually bring you to a form on their website where you can type in your request to make the extension for the additional 5,000 connections. And your email would be very simple. It would be something like, hey, LinkedIn, I've reached my limit of 5,000 invitations and I'd like to request an additional 5,000. Give them a few business days to get back to you and you're back in the game. Okay, one other thing. When you're doing one other thing. When you're doing your searches, this is really important that when you do a search for a specific person or a specific profile, right, when you're looking for your dream clients, what you'll find is that you'll reach a limit that it's like a natural limit that LinkedIn has where you can only go 100 pages deep inside the free account. So you can actually search 100 pages, so this goes up to 10, but it keeps going up to 100, and then you reach a limit. So what you want to do to actually extend that search so that you can reach more of your dream clients is you want to go in when you do your search and search by either province or state depending on the country that you're doing the search in. So if you're in Canada, you search by province. If you're in the US, you search by state. If you're in the UK, you search by, I'm not sure if they have provinces or states, but you want to search by area. So you can pick the largest city, search as much as you can with that specific location, and then go further to the next city and so forth. So let me give you an example. So with this specific example, I'm searching for directors, right? I'm looking at people, but I am also going to be very specific. I'm going to say United States. And then what I did is I picked the zip code for Austin, Texas, and I said within a 100-mile radius of Austin, Texas. And when I hit search, what I discovered is there's 154,000 directors in that area. So what I would do is I would go through all of the 100 pages, adding these different people into my network. And then once I get to 100 pages, I'm going to reach the end of my search. Then what I do is I put in another zip code for another area, another major city. It could be New York, it could be Los Angeles, whatever, and I do it again, which gives me another 100 pages of directors. So that's how you want to do it. You want to search by specific city or major city, and it will give you more depth so you can reach more of your dream clients. One last thing. So as you're adding all of these connections, what happens is you might get a lot of people viewing your profile, and then you might get this little pop-up, this action required pop-up from LinkedIn. And all it's saying, this basically says is, are you using special software to, go out and connect with people? And you're not. So all you do is you click this little button here and you say agree. You're not violating any of LinkedIn's laws or rules. You're just basically adding connections. So don't get all freaked out or worried about this little button. It's just because your profile is getting a lot of activity and they have an automatic system that basically pops up and says, oh, are you using software? And you're not, because you're basically just manually adding connections. Okay, so once you've searched and connected with your dream clients, you've added your 5,000, and if you've reached that limit, you've contacted in LinkedIn and asked for more. The last step is to basically send your first connections a personal message so that you can help them. And this is where you'll get the appointments. Where do you find the message? If you're in the members area, you go to the Start Here page, you go just below the very first video, the introduction video, there's a folder called Getting Appointments 6 Strategies, okay? Now, it's not the first video, it's not the second video, but the third video is the one that you're watching right now. Just below that video, there is a link to a time-sensitive broadcast. When you click on that link, it will show you how to send the messages, and I actually give you the template to send out to your first connections so that you can start getting appointments. So I hope you found that valuable. Have an amazing week. Go out and get them this week. Get some appointments, get some paying clients, and having a fantastic month. My name's Steve Martile. Thanks for listening and watching, and I'll be in touch real soon.